Wait, what? I just filmed like the best intro I think I've ever done on this channel, and I didn't press record. I can't even recreate the funny shit I just did, but that's, we have the prop. I went and got the prop, but it's pointless now. Well, I guess not. Let's just get into it. Oh yeah, you guys talked shit on my last video about the singing, so I got Fleetwood Mac on. I'm gonna be singing the whole time. I got the mic right next to my mouth. What do you want me to do? Not sing? Fleetwood Mac? All right. Besides that, today we're gonna be squaring rear ends. We got all the rear ends in the car. We just got them done from KPC, got all the brakes all on them, did all the cool stuff that takes a lot of time and probably isn't that cool to watch. So yeah, we got them all in the cars and it's time to get to squaring. We're gonna do the non-wing car, spare car, and the car that just sits over here. Not this non-wing car, not the main car, because God, we got so many cars, it's crazy. But not the main car because I don't have any radius rods, I believe, for it. I gotta go to Son tomorrow and get the rest of those, but all the other cars, trickle down effect. This car gets a little bit more brand new stuff, like some new Heims, some new birdcage bearings, and then everything goes. That's kind of how we do it here. And that's how we were able to build this thing, because we've been doing this stuff for 10 years, and we have enough parts where we could just build a random car that I get from Justin Sanders for dirt cheap. So let's get into it. It's gonna be a fun day. Probably gonna be bouncing around a lot, because I have no rhythm to my madness of squaring a race car, but it comes out good, and it comes out how it comes out. Let's get into it. 2 POVs this time. We're moving up in the YouTube world around here, guys. But yeah, that was kind of funny. Other than that, the way I like to square rear end is I don't like to have any of the torque tube, none of that greased, and I just put some dummy bars in there, and I have my full assembly kit because this car was built before this, and I'm not gonna take those apart. Are you crazy? But I leave everything like this, and I just hook everything up, and then since those were already squared, I could probably hook up the Jacob's ladder and it might be okay. Who knows? That'd be cool if I was that lucky, but this is a different rear end. But the only tools that were gonna be of use to me is, let's get them out of our pockets. 9/16, a 3/4, magic tape, 2 straight edge, and the cube of truth. This cube does not lie. All right. Cool part about Snap-on, like look at that shit. Magnetic, it ain't gonna fall. Come on, baby. Bingo. And it's been a hot minute since I've done this. Like a glove. Now, I know a lot of people run it in the bottom hole, and I don't disagree with that, but at the end of the year, I had my shit in the top hole, and I had a certain amount of degrees in it, and I never took it back down, so that's where it's gonna stay. That's its new home. And then on this side, we do have the 3-hole adjuster, and it's definitely going in the middle, because that's where it always goes. That is its home. It does not leave there. Every time I mess with the left rear radius rod, I think it just fucks me up, and I'm already so destroyed at that point in the night if I'm moving radius rods, because that's gonna take my night around. I'm already fucked. Like, I'm not gonna do good. So that's why that's that tone. The long version. There we go. Alrighty. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. Blocks, undisclosed information. If you guys are really curious, man. Whew. God damn. Why was that so... All right, what you guys are about to witness is like the most unorthodox way to square a race car. Tighten up that. Tighten up that. I guess you could snuggen up this. Definitely not tightening up that. Definitely tighten this up. Same thing over here. Same thing over here. And the torque tube is already tight. I don't want to really tighten that up until we got everything all clamped down. All right. This car can have this one. Mongo always goes on the right rear. Done. How's this thing doing? 5 minutes? We might be able to do one car in one video. That'd be kind of crazy. Make it like a 15-minute video? I think we could do that. Fuck. It's Silva. All right. Where the fuck was I? All right. Now, let's see how fucked up it is with a new rear end. Once you get the ladder hooked up, shake it. You gotta see if the ball, all right, GoPro. Oh, so this is how we tell if a rear end is square in the Kayla Montgomery Industries. If you can barely see an amount of sunlight all the way around the whole ball, and it just feels nice and happy in there, that's square. That is absolutely square. The car is happy. The ladder's hooked up. Ladder's not too happy. Ladder's happy. Like, that's fucking perfect. For it to be square, like, when the ladder's hooked up, you want the ball to be as free as possible. Because it's not gonna go anywhere else. Yeah, it's obviously gonna move. If you're laying up into a curb, it's obviously gonna lay up in there, and that's where the tube's gonna bind, but like, that's literally how we square it. And then the rest is just all heebie-jeebies. Like, I could give a shit about this stuff. Like, if this is off, like, an eighth, maybe even like a long eighth, I can go to bed. I can go to bed. I don't know. 10 1/4? A 16th under a quarter? A short quarter? Oh, that's not hooked up. Ooh, yeah, see, that's way off. I know this was way off, but let's go for it again. Definitely way off. So now, that whole entire little rant that I just went on, yeah, that's all a lie. Now we gotta actually do it. But then it'll still be the same end result. Fuck, dude. Why? Why? Oh, I finally get to get good on this thing again. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, it's the small things in life that matter. Riding this thing, so much fun. One thing about my cars, oh, this is, yeah, that's fucking disgusting. That is not okay. Oh, of course. That is intolerable. Commercial brake. Okay, cut. Technical difficulties. See, now let's pretend like I just broke it free. Oh! Oh. Oh! Would you look at that? It's new. Okay, now that everything's broken free, like we have that free, we have that free, we got everything is loose. Minus the ladder is still hooked up, yes. And I guess I could break that free right now. But that would probably be the smart thing to do. Okay, now everything's hooked up. Now, I really don't want to disconnect the ladder because there's no driveline or anything in it, but it kind of does make the most amount of sense. And I always do like to start on the right side of the race car. I don't know why, because, I don't know. It's the side I want to be perfect. And let's just see how far off it is with the arms hooked up and the radius rods disconnected, so those aren't like right. So we're damn near 38 and 5/8. Damn near, just needs to get rolled a little bit forward. So, fuck, you could, but, okay. I guess I won't show you guys the right, I'm just gonna show you my way. This is not the right way at all, but this is exactly how I do it. So sorry if I get lost and I'm not really explaining it, because this is how I square my race car. Damn near 38 and 5/8. So this side can get disconnected, but this side was damn near 38 and 5/8, as you see. Fuck, I mean, so then you just extend this a little bit to roll the axle, but that will propel the left side forward a tiny bit. So hopefully you don't have to do it too much, but like that's money right there. And I'm also trying to measure it on the same point on both sides because they are equal. And I believe where it line, God, I hate the fire bottle. I'd say it's a rough right there. Caleb, why don't you use a straight edge? Because I have eyes and I can see. Okay. One of the amazing traits that my grandpa passed down to me is he had eagle eyes, and that mofo could see anything was straight or on, and I believe that I am in possession of growing that talent. And by the time I'm his age, I'll be damned if I don't have that, okay? And you gotta start when you're young. And it's working all right. Man, this one's gonna suck. So, now with your axle at 38 and 5/8 on both sides, you are free to disconnect. Aww. Now the cube of truth. What? What? All right, now time for the seriousness. See, so it's still fucked up. So now we have to jeopardize one of two things. We have to kick the left side forward, which a lot of people do, by extending this, or shorten it, no. Okay, actually, oh my God. So now, we have to pull the rear end towards us. And to do so, we have to extend this. Oh, that is that tight. And we have to do it 1/8 of an inch, so that's 3 turns. That was actually when the ball felt the most happy. Now, an easy way to go back. They're both squared to 1.5. So all you gotta do is just roll the axle. Bingo. This is gonna be a good car. You're gonna be fast. You're gonna be really fast. You're gonna be fast upstairs and I'm not gonna need you. So that was just the rock of the Heim. And it goes 0.1. So this is a very tedious and dumb step, in my belief, but it must be done. So now let's take a look at the bolt. It looks like the bolt wants to come in a little bit, so we'll give it that. We give it what it wants. Carl, talk to you. This one wants to go in. Wants to go in one more. Oh, fuck me up. This song is good. This song is so good. You guys talk shit on my singing? My neighbor probably loves this song. I couldn't find a way. And that's why the cube didn't work before. Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. All alone, no, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. What the fuck is that? Oh, these do not get tightened yet. Should actually probably leave those pretty loose.